This is part of an introduction. This study focuses on importance of small-scale fisheries in Malaysia, particularly at Marang, Terengganu. Small-scale fisheries play an important role in food security, employment, and the livelihood of coastal community. However, small-scale fisheries face income uncertainty due to the seasonal change with the condition fluctuating fish stock and market price. This make it difficult for households to manage their expense, saving, and debt. Therefore, financial management is very important. Good financial practice as budgeting, saving, and debt control help households remain financially stable. Poor financial management can increase financial vulnerability. This study aims to examine socio-economic background and financial management practice of small-scale fisheries household at Marang Jetty. It also helps policymakers design better strategy to improve the financial resilience and sustainability of small-scale fisheries community. Thank you.
And household information. A total of 30 respondents participated in this study. All respondents were male and married. In terms of age, the majority were aged 30 to 50 years, which is 14 respondents, followed by those aged over 50 years, which is 10 respondents, while 6 respondents were below 30 years old. Regarding types of work, 24 respondents were involved in traditional activities, whereas 6 respondents were engaged in commercial activities. Next, I will explain about B1, compares the average cost and revenue of fishing fresh product during the monsoon and non-monsoon season based on fishing days trip per trip, trip per month, and month of operation per year. Fishing is much more intensive during the non-monsoon season. On average, fishermen spend about 19 days per trip in the non-monsoon season, but only 30 days during the monsoon. Similarly, the number of trips per month is higher in the non-monsoon season, around 460 trips compared to 130 trips in the monsoon. The total number of fishing months per year is also affected, which approximately 230 months in the non-monsoon season versus only 60 months in the monsoon. This difference shows that adverse weather during the monsoon reduces fishing days, trips, and overall production, leading to lower income and unstable revenue for fishermen. Seasonal factors therefore play a key role in the economic performance of the fisheries sector.
Think about average cost and revenue for fresh item. First, the processed food business has two main types of costs, which are fixed costs and operating costs. Fixed costs are expense that don't change with the production, such as rental, license fees, and processing machines. Most of these costs come from equipment, showing that the business requires high initial capital. Operating costs change with the production and include utilities like raw materials and labor. The total operating cost in RM 1,720 per month, and the labor and raw materials are the largest expense. As production increases, fixed costs per unit decrease, but high operating costs can rise average costs. Therefore, effective cost management is important to ensure the business remains profitable and sustainable. And the last, I will discuss about the general income of seafood, restaurant, or catering. Based on the table B3, the results show that none of the respondents are involved in seafood restaurant or catering business. Out of 13 respondents, 100% report choose no, which means no income is generated from these activities. This indicates that the seafood industry is not a source of income for this group. So this situation may be due to lack of interest, limited resource, or because the respondent engaged.
Income among small-scale fisheries mainly comes from fishing activities,
showing a high dependence on a single income source. Processed items generate much higher revenue compared to fresh fish, which highlights the importance of value-added activities in improving income stability. However, operating costs such as fuel and boat maintenance are high and continuous, which reduce net income. Household expenditure is mostly spent on basic necessities and is difficult to reduce when income declines. Overall, this finding indicate that small-scale fisheries household operate in a high-cost, low-return system, making them financially vulnerable. Next, the finding shows that household saving among small-scale fisheries are very low or almost non-existent. As a result, debt is commonly used to cover daily household expense and fishing operating costs. This reliance on borrowing increases the financial vulnerability, especially during off-season periods when income is unstable. In terms of policy perception, all respondents support fuel subsidy policy because they help reduce short-term cost pressure. However, despite strong support for subsidies, understanding of monetary policies such as the overnight policy rate or OPR remains low. This limited policy awareness restricts households' ability to make informed financial decisions and may lead to long-term dependency on government assistance.
Okay, now I will continue with infrastructure and technology modernization policy and the alternative income diversification. For the infrastructure technology modernization policy, our survey showed that many small-scale fishers still depend on traditional boat, low power engine and the conventional fishing gear, which is limit their efficiency, increase operating costs and raises safety risk at sea. To address this, we recommend a modernization policy that provides access to modern, energy-efficient equipment through subsidies or soft loan, together with technical training to ensure effective and sustainable use. Moving to the alternative income diversification policy, the findings indicate that fishing households are highly dependent on fishing as their main source of income, making them vulnerable to seasonal disruptions such as the monsoon season. Therefore, we propose a diversification policy focused on skill training and alternative livelihood, including fish processing, small-scale business, and community-based ecotourism, supported by financial assistance and improved market access. Overall, this combined policy aim to improve productivity, reduce income instability, and strengthen the economic resilience of small-scale fishing household. Thank you.
For this session, we would like to share reflection on the firework experience we conducted at Jatimaran, Terengganu. Through the firework, we gain first-hand exposure to the reality of small-scale fisherman life. This experience helped us understand that the economic situation of fishermen is not Through the firework, we gain first-hand exposure to the reality of small-scale fisherman life. The experience helped us understand that the economic situation of fishermen is not only influenced by their effort, but also external factors such as weather, season, and market condition. This shows the gap that exists between the theory of fisheries economics learned in a class and the actual situation in the field. In terms of challenge, we face difficult in obtaining respondents because fishermen work shadow of unpredictable and high dependent on sea condition. In addition, there will also respondents who will not comfortable sharing financial information. To overcome this challenge, we use a friendly and flexible communication approach as well as provide a clear explanation of the purpose of the study, building the trust of the respondent. Through this study, we found most fishermen manage their finance in the short term, which a low savings level and reliant on the deep and coping a machine. This finding opened our eyes to the fact increased income alone is not enough without effective financial management. From a learning perspective, this firework help us building communication skill, teamwork, data collection, ethnic and ethical skill. More importantly, this experience increase our awareness of the importance of a holistic approach in fisheries sector development, which not only focus on production but also on the well-being of a fisher household.
The small-scale fisheries sector at Maranjeti plays a crucial role in supporting coastal livelihood and ensuring food security. However, households face economic vulnerabilities due to income instability, high operational costs, low financial literacy, and dependence on external assistance. Most households spend heavily on essentials such as food, fuel, utilities, and transportation, leaving little room for saving and increasing reliance on debt. Income diversification towards fish processing and value-add product has been observed as an effective strategy to stabilize households' cash flow, particularly during off-season period. Sustainable financial management depends not only on income level but also effective budgeting discipline, expansion planning, saving mechanism, responsible debt management, and financial literacy. Policy that integrate financial literacy program, promote income diversification, provide access to formal credit, and support technological improvement are essential to enhance household resilience and ensure long-term sector sustainability. Acknowledge, we would like to sincerely thank us to the respondent at Maranjeti, our supervisor Dr. Mo, all group 11 members and FPWNT for their guidance, cooperation and support throughout this study. That's all. Thank you.